Hi friends, Vinay Kumar here, International NLP and IAS Coach. So, in this video, my dear friends, let us try to understand the importance of environment and ecology for our exam and what to study, how to study, and how to maximize our marks from environment and ecology in the UPSC Civil Service Exam. Fair enough, my dear friends. First thing first, why to study environment and ecology? Like I always begin, you know, like I always begin any of the studies with the question of why. I have always told you, my dear friends, first ask a question for yourself. Anything you are reading, why for life? Why for life? 2, why for career? 3, why for exam? Got that? No, I'm trying to tell you. Obviously, you know why for life. I mean, see, there's a big whole list of things that we can say, but at least you know at the outset that we'll have to live with the environment. We can't live destroying the environment. After all, we and environment, if we and environment will have to live in that symbiosis. Yeah, one can live only while allowing the other to live. Correct, my dear friends? So, you need to understand the dynamics of environment and ecology so that you get to understand what is degradation, what is conservation, what is pollution, how to protect all these things, my dear friends. Correct? Anything you study for civil service exam, remember the rule, my dear friends. Anything, first study it for life, because anything that you study for civil service exam, good thing is they're all applicable they all have implications for life. All the learnings that you do for civil service exam has implications for life. So, you now know why you are studying it for life. At a very, summarized, in a nutshell, you know why you are studying it for life. 2, why you are studying it for career. You're becoming officers, correct? And as an officer, it becomes very important for you to especially in a time like this, 21st century, it becomes very important for you to balance between, development and environmental resource exploitation. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friends? See, after all, you know very well, development can only come by exploitation of resources. Perfect? But to what extent are you doing it? Where is the boundary line? Coming into terms with it is very, very important, my dear friends. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you? Perfect. Having said that, why for exam? Obviously for the marks. Number 1. Number 2, to actually demonstrate to UPSC that you have a conscious human being in you who's also ecologically, responsible and all that. Perfect. I mean, that's all at the level of interview, but even at the level of prelims and mains, my dear friends, when you write your answers in mains or you choose the correct option in the prelims, I'll tell you it's important that you have that consciousness of, ecology. Okay. Now, see what happened till the time we started to have same prelims for IFS and IAS. You know very well, IFS exam did not have prelims. Directly, people used to go and write the mains kind of exam. But when prelims was merged for both IAS and IFS people, I could see the trend in UPSC that the number of questions from environment and ecology shot up. Not that there were no questions before, there weren't questions coming before. There were always good number of questions coming from environment and ecology, because obviously nation needs today ecologically conscious officers, but the number of questions have swelled, I can say, after the introduction or after the merging of IFS and IAS prelims, my dear friends. Okay. Having said that, in the previous few years, I could also see the trend not being constant, but sometimes environment ecology questions going down, sometimes coming up and all that, my dear friends. But nevertheless, they've always been on a, it's a subject to bank upon. It's a subject that you have to gain super mastery, because it will definitely give you an edge in the prelims, my dear friends. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you? Perfect. So master that subject. Now what to study? What to study in environment and ecology? If you look at the question of what to study, the first thing that you study is you first get into the elements of ecology, ecosystem. Yeah, you talk about what is an ecological niche, what is range of tolerance of an organism, what is biomagnification, what is reproductive isolation, what is cycle, flow, all these things, my dear friends. Fair enough. The spring turnover, autumnal turnover, so many concepts like this. Yeah, at a very basic level, we are trying to understand ecology and ecosystem. Fair enough, my dear friends. Yeah. So we also talk about the nature of interactions among the organisms in the environment, like the symbiosis, like the mutualism, commensalism, amensalism, parasitism, predation. So many types of interactions does occur. You will have to learn all of it, my dear friends. And from there, we actually shift our focus to biodiversity. Yeah, biodiversity. First, we learn about the concepts in biodiversity, like the alpha, beta, gamma biodiversity, and we talk about in situ conservation, ex situ conservation. We talk about, we learn about the difference between conservation and preservation. What's a national park, wildlife sanctuary, biosphere reserves, okay? All that, plus, of course, the the recent list of threatened species, endangered species, all these things, my dear friends, we study in the biodiversity module. From there, we shift to pollution. Yeah, we shift to pollution. We talk about the types of, how all will the environment get polluted at the level of air, water, the noise, and all these things, my dear friends. There we study about all the pollutants, what are primary pollutants, what are secondary pollutants, how they pollute the atmosphere or the hydrosphere, or the soil or whatsoever, my dear friends. Fair enough. Okay. Now the kind of questions that can come in the chapter on pollution is, they can ask you, blue baby syndrome is caused by the pollution of what pollutant causes it, or itai ouch disease is caused by, black foot disease is caused by. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friends? Perfect. So you may get a lot of questions like this. They may also ask you, see, photochemical smog will include in it what all? Questions like this, basic questions. Now, there have been, of course, ecologically conscious man has tried to come up with a lot of interventions to deal with the environmental degradation, like pollution or deforestation or even desertification, all that, my dear friends. So we have had a lot of summits and conferences where we have tried to deal with the depletion of ozone or the increase in greenhouse gases, all these things, my dear friends. So we need to remember this. What conference was held, for what reason, what were the major agreements among the member nations or among the countries to, got that? No, I'm trying to tell you. Fair enough, my dear friends. So you may also get a question like, okay, what conventions, okay, protocols, what convention was related to reining in what pollutant, or what protocol is related to control of what pollutant? All these questions can come. For example, Vienna Convention is related to, decision of bringing down the ozone depleting substances. Montreal Protocol tells how, what all. Got that? No, I'm trying to tell you. Fair enough, my dear friends. Okay. And all the recent developments that's happening related to environmental degradation. Perfect. Recent developments that are happening to combat environmental degradation, my dear friends. Okay. UNFCCC, what conference held where, what were the important decisions? These kind of questions will be in the. Now, this is in a nutshell This is the bird eyes view of what you study in environment and ecology, my dear friends. Now, which book to study will be your question. The old NCRT biology 12th standard is preferred. There is a part of old NCRT biology which which deals with environment and ecology, my dear friends. That's very good. Why not new NCRT? Even that is good. But for some reason, some information has been removed in the new NCRT, my dear friends. Okay, so I think the old NCRT is more exhaustive, more comprehensive. Only with that in the mind, I suggested you the old NCRT, my dear friends. Okay. Now, having said that, of course, Shankar sir's environment textbook is very popular, read by almost all the aspirants. It carries all the almost very comprehensively. It carries information related to environment and ecology. There are other very, very good textbooks as well, my dear friends, related to environment ecology. But to keep it simple, see, how much will you study? How much can you read? It's okay to just confine ourselves to 2 sources and read it again and again, which is more important to clear this exam. So this is it, my dear friends. How to study, you know very well. I have always told you, set micro goals. If you don't set micro goals, page by page goal, you may not be able to complete things on time. Got that? I'm trying to tell you. And this is a good subject to bank upon, gain mastery, so that you are easily cornering 20 to 24 marks for yourself, my dear friends, even while you are making some mistakes or even while you don't know some questions. Even after that, 24 marks can be secured with this subject. So take it very seriously, bang on, make sure you are gaining mastery in it. All right, my dear friends, thank you so much, my dear friends, for watching this video and learning a lot about environment and ecology and how to approach and how to study and all that, my dear friends. In our in our subsequent video on environment and ecology, I'll be dealing with some important concepts, my dear friends. Okay, all right, thank you so much. See you all in my next video, my dear friends. Thank you.